Clemson Sports Talk on a Thursday, formally announcing his intention to go to the NFL. Justyn Ross made that known earlier today. Again, I don't think this is a shocking result for anybody when you look back on it. Obviously, his career really took off in the final couple of games. His freshman season, huge performances against Notre Dame and Alabama in the college football playoff. You know, he finished his freshman season with exactly 1,000 yards receiving and never topped that again, and did that on just 46 catches. Ironically, the same number of catches that he had this past season, his final year at Clemson, for just 514 yards. Now, 3 seasons only played. He had to sit out that 2020 year with the congenital neck issue that he was born with. But I mean, honest to goodness, like I know that everybody was rooting for Justyn Ross, no doubt about it. But I questioned and wondered if 46 receptions for 514 yards and 3 touchdowns wasn't reason enough to come back for another year. Now, you might say that's crazy, Swanny. And I get it. I know where you're coming from on that front. But for me, the fact of the matter is, for Justyn Ross, I think you want to prove that you can be that same kid that you were year one. I mean, he finished the Notre Dame game with 6 receptions, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then the national championship game with 6 receptions for 153 and a touchdown, a 74-yard long, but more importantly, just some incredible grabs. And this year, it just look at, maybe you want to call it DJ if you want, but I still think that Justyn Ross had something to prove, to show that, hey, you know what? I can be everything that I once was. And I get it. I mean, it is a tough spot to be in if you're Justyn Ross. His best performance this past season in Clemson's double overtime loss against NC State, he had 8 receptions, 77 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Since that game back in September, Justyn Ross did not have a touchdown reception. And again, there weren't a lot to go around this year at Clemson. Since that game, he had a grand total of 24 receptions, 1 against Boston College, 5 against Syracuse, Pitt, Florida State, and Louisville, and then 3 against UConn. Didn't play in the South Carolina game, didn't play in the bowl game. You know, I know that after you've dealt with that issue that he had, that getting back to quote-unquote normal is not easy. This is not a knee issue. This is a neck issue. And there's a lot that goes on in your brain when you're talking about that and what the after effects could be. The confidence to return and play the way you once did has to be just awfully tough to do. But I think that given the fact, and maybe this was more of a decision based off of, well, I don't feel like the offense is going to be as capable in the hands of DJ and or Cade Klubnik next year, that it just felt like this was the time to go ahead and go. It also probably doesn't help that he sees former teammates in the NFL putting up big numbers and you know they're getting checks. So I get it from all sides, but I do wonder if, because of the issues he had a year ago, would this be a scenario that would have better played out for Justyn Ross to play one more year, to showcase himself again? Justyn Ross saying, the last 4 years at Clemson have been nothing short of amazing. When I stepped on campus as a freshman, I knew it was one of the best decisions I have ever made. The Clemson fans accepted me and made me feel like family. To my teammates, my brothers that went to war with me, we will forever have an inseparable bond. During my toughest times, you all were there. You all were there, keeping me lifted and helping me come back stronger. Together, we accomplished so much at Clemson, on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. I truly say what we did, I will never be forgotten. To my coaches, thank you for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to be a part of the best football program in the nation. With that being said, I will be foregoing my final year of eligibility and pursuing my lifelong dream to play in the NFL. This was one of the hardest decisions, but I know it's best for my career and my family. I'll forever and always be Go Tigers. Again, a difficult decision, no doubt about it. My only question is, would he be better served playing another year? And it is the ultimate toss-up. I mean, you've got in the back of your pocket what you've done and the conversations that you can say, hey, look, I truly believe that I'm going to return to that form. And if I can do it, I want to do it at the next level instead of collegiately. And I respect it. And Justyn Ross poured it in, man. He was a gamer. And it's hard to, be frustrated with his decision. What I question is, would he be better served coming back and trying to put up big numbers? Now, the problem is with that, and again, what could develop from that is the exact opposite. And that's probably what he thought too. When he's weighing the options, he probably thinks, yeah, but what if I come back and don't put up big numbers again? Now it's, he can't put up big numbers. So he does in some respects, by coming out, eliminate that from the thought process. It's a one-off, right? 46 catches, 514, and 3 touchdowns. It's a one-off. But a tough decision, but a great former, now Clemson Tiger, Justyn Ross, making it known via his Instagram account that he's headed to the NFL. 803-450-0086. We'll hear from you here